Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. It is a beautiful Sunday morning here in Southeast Asia, Malaysia to be precise. Wherever you are around the globe, especially on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, or right here in Southeast Asia with me, dear friend, welcome back to the channel. It is the morning after the game, after the look, this kind of games, we have to sacrifice our sleep. This time around, I didn't get it easy. The game started around 8 a.m. here. Yes, early momo. But I still have to prepare this video and deliver to you. Dear friends, like I told you yesterday, we are right on TikTok. Yes, we are now on TikTok. Every detail, the videos you want to be short, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, they are on TikTok from this time around. It is Salon's blog on TikTok. Do not forget that. Go to your TikTok and follow us on TikTok. Let's hear from you in the comment section on TikTok, and remember to share it. Let the TikTok go viral, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the channel. This is Salon's blog, and on TikTok is as well Salon's blog on TikTok. Salon's blog on TikTok. Dear friends, let's get started. The game ended, but it was a totally different team Maresca started with. It was more like a teacher versus a former student. The game was like a teacher versus a former student. The student tried to outsmart the teacher, not knowing that teachers don't teach you everything, but they'll teach you a lot of things actually. But there is always something. There is always something that the teacher will reserve that will not let you have. Unless you are that close, you can the teacher realize that you can sacrifice everything for him. Pep Guardiola versus Enzo Maresca. The teacher versus former student. It ended 4-2. In the first half, my goodness, we started a game in the goalpost with Sanchez. Rhys James as the captain as usual. We had Tosin, Levi Cowell, Malogusto, Lavia, Moise Caicedo finally in the setup. Enzo Fernandez, Dewsbury Hall, Christopher Nkuku, and Moidrick as the starters. And that first half was terrible. Indeed, it was terrible. The first half for Chelsea was terrible. Honestly, a lot of mistakes, lot of mistakes, dear friends. And let me be honest with you. A player like Modric, he either pick up and start performing for Maresca or he will loan out. Yes. No. He either start performing now or he will loan out. Listen, I will not waste much of your time because it's in the morning and most of you didn't have enough sleep. At halftime, it was like Man City demolished Chelsea. So many mistakes, which I will attend to some of those mistakes later. But quickly, my halftime thought, Chelsea killed themselves with the early mistakes we made in a game. We killed ourselves with the early mistakes we made. So many mistakes in our defense. They have been competitive and held possession very well against City. Yes, they've been my first half thought. They play well out of the press after those early mistakes. When we started the game with too many mistakes, but after like 15-20 minutes, it was as if we were trying to correct things. Then we now begin to pick up, begin to play well out of and press. We press early to correct those mistakes, but we lack enough attackers at that moment. We were not attacking enough. Lack of enough attackers in the final third. In that first half, we lack attackers in the final third. We're not seeing the presence of our attackers because Moidrick was a flop. That's one notable one. First time he's used pivot from the start. First time Enzo Maresca used the pivot from the start. Usually the pivot, he brings the pivot in second half. In fact, the last 15-20 minutes. First time he used a pivot from the start. That's new. Maybe the coach tried to outsmart Pep Guardiola, or he want to try something new. You see, the press is much measured, but City keep finding their spare man. City kept finding their spare man with a switch to their left. We actually deserve a goal, but we would have to do more in that first half. We actually deserved to score a goal in that first half, but we had to do more. That is why in the second half, changes were made. And like I said, we need to have a discussion about Michael Modric. You can't tell me that Angelo can't do better. Angelo was right there. You can't tell me that Angelo can't do better. Modric in this game, but probably, well, I would suggest he should be loaned out. I don't know how much time Modric still has in this team. I don't know. Because he is one of the weakest links in our attack in the first half. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, you see the game, to be honest with you, the 4-0 that we were down with, partly it was our own doing. It was our own doing. Yes, it was our own doing. And the difference is so clear between Man City after they've had 8 years. The difference between Chelsea and Man City, it was so clear. 8 years under Pep Guardiola, they know their system. And Chelsea, after just 5 weeks under Maresca, two teams trying to play a certain way. Two teams that are trying to play in a certain way, but only one team knowing how to do so. Both teams trying to play in a certain ways, but only one team knows how to do so, and that is Pep Guardiola's Man City. Played for 8 good years, the system is already there. Under Maresca and Chelsea, we had only 5 weeks. So don't be disappointed in the result, dear friend. It ended 4-2. It ended 4-2. Second half, 2 goals from Raheem Sterling and how do you call him? Raheem Sterling and Madueke, Noni Madueke. Made it 4-2 in the second half. We were down 4-0 first half. Dewsbury Hall was struggling on the left wing. Dewsbury Hall was struggling on the left wing. Reece James and Romeo Lavia have looked rusty, and the rest of the back line made sizable errors. The back line was so much error in the back line. Tosin, I'm not too sure. I don't know what was wrong today, whether it's a setup that we started with. But Dewsbury Hall today struggled at the left wing. Reece James and Romeo Lavia equally. That first half, honestly, wasn't the Chelsea that we saw in our last game against Club America. Until the changes were made in the second half. And like I said, the difference was so clear between the teacher and the student, or the former student. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we need to have a strategy. Like I always say, going into next season, dear friends, this is the reason why a player like Trevor Chalobah should be available. This is the reason why a player like Conor Gallagher should be available. Because to play Man City, sometimes you have to change your style. You have to go sometimes physical against them. If you want to play them this tic-tac football, which they are already used to for 8 years, you can't match them. You can't match them. Because they are already used to that system. They are. You are just starting. Don't tell me somebody who has PhD in tic-tac, and you are now beginning. You are now writing your JAM or your secondary level exams. And you want to compete with him. No. So the system that you know better, that you can maneuver, and if anything at all, a draw with them is better. We saw it last season against City. But well, I'm not in any way saying that it was a bad performance in general. No, for the fact that we were able to come up second half, scoring 2 goals second half, means it is a work in progress. Work in progress. Yes, that is the way I see it. We are a work or project in progress. Ladies and gentlemen, 4-0 first half and hat-trick from no other person than Haaland. Hat-trick from Erling Haaland. Well, Malo Gusto actually giving it away, given one of the opportunities to him to get his third goal. But you see, different type of team for Chelsea tonight or last night. Two different type of team. Two different type of formations. System change. Yes, in the first half, we started with the pivot. Then in the second half, we changed to the pressing style. And so, if you watch carefully, it looks like we were getting used to our normal style. But the moment the coach changed the men and changed the style, the system, this is where, personally, I see it as a work in progress. That I believe Maresca would have taken notes. And that is why, coming back from the second half, it looks different. The game was totally different. Now, before I let you go, ladies and gentlemen, my full-time thoughts. Yes, my full-time thoughts on the whole game in general. I'm giving you my personal, and what I've seen. I mean, my reaction. Yes, this is my reaction. I will be back to analyze the entire game later. But my reaction right now is what I'm giving you. My full-time thoughts. Maresca needs to teach temperament to the back line. Ladies and gentlemen, Maresca needs to teach temperament to the back line. They are trying to break the lines too often and know how to limit mistakes. They must know how to limit their mistakes, but keep trying as they will get it. They will have to keep trying because they'll get it. You see, they have to keep being brave. They were not brave enough in the first half. They have to keep being brave. Maresca also saw that what he tried in the first half isn't yet ready. It was, yes, just like all of us that was watching, what he tried in the first half is not working. That is why he quickly came second half and he changed the strategy. You see, but what his coach in the past 3 games was what worked. 1 versus 1. Taking on the opponent 1 versus 1 is what worked for us. Wingers and Nkuku deeper in the 8th. Christopher Nkuku deeper in the 8th. We should work with that, at least for now. We should work with that at least for now. Put a striker on the pitch. We started the game without an outright striker. Put a striker on the pitch. That first half, no striker. Nkuku was, my goodness. It was a total different scenario the way we started the game. We were clearly not an attacking threat in the first half. Enough. We were clearly not an attacking threat in the first half enough. Dear friends, these are my full-time thoughts and my reaction. Quickly before I let you go for your breakfast. You see, we must start if Jackson isn't available. We can't start games against Man City without a striker. If we are playing the same system with them, McGuinn must start if Jackson isn't available. Modric has a mountain to climb to end Maresca's trust. Period. And we need Cucurella to defend wide areas on the left. We need Cucurella to begin to defend wide areas, if available, wide areas in the left. Enzo should play in a pivot in these early stages. If we are to go by the pivotal style, then Enzo will have to play in the pivot. Yes. Maresca should make structural adjustments against top teams until we reach a reasonable level on ball retention. Ladies and gentlemen, my final thought on this, let me end it here. I have so much, and if I want to continue, I will be taking much of your time. But Pep Guardiola speaking after the game, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, Pep and the mind games. Pep Guardiola was asked about Chelsea's mistakes in the early stages of the game. And this is what he has to say. It happened for the pitch conditions. At Stamford Bridge, it will not happen. I saw what Enzo wants to do, and I like it. You see, Pep, instead of blaming the opponent, blaming Maresca for the mistakes of his players or blaming the Chelsea players, he said, no. It is a pitch. It's a football pitch. But when we get to the first game of the season, which will take place at Stamford Bridge in Chelsea's home, he said it will not happen. It would, meaning that He knows Chelsea can correct things, and the pitch in Stamford Bridge, which is our home, will work in our favor. Pep Guardiola and the mind games. Well, ladies and gentlemen, quickly, he said, I saw what Enzo wants to do, and I like it. He is a teacher. He said he saw what his former student tried to do, and he liked it. He's giving him a pass mark. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the shout out. Ball possession. Yeah, you see, I told you so much there. Ball possession. Chelsea ended. Chelsea 2, Man City 4. Ball possession, 56% possession by Chelsea to 44% for City. Shots for Chelsea, 12. Shots for City, 10. Big chances created for Chelsea, 5. Big chances created, 2. But they score more goals. I mean, what are your thoughts? Let me hear from you in the comment section, dear friends. Let me hear from you in the comment section, because it ended 4-2 against Chelsea. Not much to read into this, except that City's young team know their tactics better than Maresca at these early stages in the season. These are training exercises to build some cohesion and big changes. Dear friends, big shout out to you guys out there. Let me start up here. Ibrahim Shola said, up Chelsea. All right, big shout out to you out there, Ibrahim Shola. This one says, good day, Mr. Selon. I don't know why I don't feel anything whenever Arsenal goes for a player we really need. Arsenal are still a joke and very unattractive when it comes to transfers. Just imagine Chelsea and Man United are still more attractive than Arsenal, even when we don't have Champions League football this season. The difference is clear. I'm Joseph from Abia State, Nigeria. Joseph from Abia State, Nigeria. Big shout out to you out there, my brother. I want to hear more from you. I like your analysis. It's true. Chelsea and Man United, they are still more attractive. They still look more attractive to players than Arsenal. Big shout out to you out there, Joseph from Abia State, Nigeria. All right, this one says Chelsea 2, City 1, Lux Rider. Well, Lux Rider, it ended. Chelsea 2, Man City 4. All right, this one says, thanks, my great brother, Selon's blog. I love your analysis. The same way I love Yonis talk. Keep doing a great job from Aniofio Moses in Asaba, Nigeria. Big shout out to you, Aniofio Moses Asaba from Asaba, Nigeria. Big shout out to you out there, dear friend. Thank you so much for liking my videos, and my good friend also. You say you like Young's football. Yeah, Young's talk football. He's my guy, he's my man. Thank you so much. Keep it up. Let's hear more from you. And remember, our TikTok channel is out. Yes, we have our TikTok now. Go to Selon's blog on TikTok and you will see us right there. All right, this one says, sir, I think it's time for Chelsea to dismantle Man City by 3-1. Well, Man City dismantled Chelsea in the first half. It is the second half that Chelsea began to rebuild again. It ended 2-4, sorry. It ended 2-4 in favor of Man City. Big shout out to you out there. Hudu Yakubu. Yes, your name is Hudu Yakubu. All right. This one says, good evening, sir. I am Ekene from Lagos, Nigeria. Chelsea will win Man City. Well, Man City won Chelsea. 4-2 it ended, dear friend. Big shout out to you out there. Ekene Chuku from Nigeria. All right. This one says, up Chelsea Blue Blood. Thanks for updates, bro. Chuku Dinas. Yes, from Malaysia here. Big brother. Big guy out there. Big shout out to you. All right. This was a Chelsea supposed to sign a striker that our opponent supposed to be scared if he enters the pitch. I want this message to reach the owner of Chelsea. My name is Ambassador. I'm chatting from Italy. Wow. All the way in Europe, Italy. Big shout out to you out there. Ambassador in Italy. Big shout out to you. Keep your messages coming in. Remember, we are on TikTok. Selon's blog on TikTok. Follow us. Send us your messages. We want to hear from you on TikTok as well as this place. All right. Big shout out to you, Ambassador in Italy. The same Ambassador in Italy says, good evening, my brother. I don't like the way Chelsea take the handle Osimhen. This is the opportunity Chelsea has to sign Osimhen, because if Arsenal sign Osimhen, all right, it is true. The truth is, it's not yet over. Yeah, the coming week, we hope to hear a good news regarding Osimhen. All right. Big shout out to you once again, ambassador from Italy. This one says from Dr. Henry Chidi from Russia. Wow, from another one from Europe, from Russia. Dr. Henry Chidi from Russia. Big shout out to you out there. Very great Sunday to you guys all. And I love your comments. So hopefully our players will be able to draft out something from the game tonight. Up Blues. Indeed, even though we lost, a lot of lessons to take out from the game. Yes, we lost to Man City, but so much to learn from the game. So I believe your message is very clear. Big shout out to you out there, Dr. Henry Chidi from Russia. Dr. Henry Chidi from Russia. Big shout out to you out there. This one from Kole Wisdom, Accra, Ghana. Say good afternoon. Good day to you too. Kole Wisdom from Accra, Ghana. All right, guys. Let me end it here. I will be back in the next hours with more exclusives. Remember, we are on TikTok. At Salon's blog on TikTok. I'll see you in the next one when you see me, dear friend. Shalom and peace.